Hi, welcome to question 6 of the 2023 Junior Cert Higher Level Maths paper. Okay, so this question is kind of around sets. It's a fairly short question, and part A is only worth 5 marks. It's a hit or miss question, so it's either fully correct or fully wrong. So let's read through it. The Venn diagram below shows the number of elements in 3 regions in the sets F and G, where X is an element of N. Remember, an n just means a natural number, okay, which can be 1, 2, 3. So they're whole numbers. They don't include 0 because 0 is considered a counting number. Okay, so I'm going to change away from red. So this is the set F. Now it's mark it, okay, and it overlaps with the set, try a different color, with the set G. So this here is the intersection, the combination of F and G, which will most likely be important in some sense. In a sense, that's what they're trying to assess, is your understanding of that, or at least in part of that. So part A then says, write down the value of, now this symbol means number of, F take away G. Okay, so that symbol means F less than G, okay, or just in a way take away. So if this is F here, okay, and we take away all of G, okay, so take away all of G, what are you left with? Well, you're left with just this section here. And that's the answer. Okay, so if you know the terminology, which again is what they're trying to assess, now they may have not actually said intersection on this one, okay, then you're good to go. Okay, so someone's just delving into the question. Now, sets can be very tricky. This wouldn't be considered the trickiest, which is why it's a hit and miss. Okay, I imagine in that year, most students would have done fairly well. Okay, but assuming you understand this terminology. So this would mean intersection. Okay, this would mean union, which is kind of the marriage of. Okay, this says so F less than G. It's in essence take away. This is the number of elements in a set. Okay, and that's probably the major ones. Yeah, yeah. Some of these things are grouped in brackets. And you have to do them section by section, and a lot of it is in your head, which is why it can be very challenging. Now, the next question then is the Venn diagram below shows the number of elements in 3 regions in the set F and G, where X is an event. So it's the same thing. From the Venn diagram, find the greatest possible value of X, and then justify your answer. So give us a mathematical reason, or give a reason at least. So if you look at this one here, okay, now X could be any positive whole number. So it could be 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay. Now, if I try this as being 1, so 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. So that would be 4. And then 1 minus 2 is minus 1. That's kind of weird. 8 minus 1 is 7. So that's okay. Now, is 1 the greatest possible? Like, so maybe I'll jump up to 5. Okay. Now, I'll use the magic of rubbing away. So if x was 5, it'd be 5 plus 3 is 8. This would be 5 minus 2 is 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, so there's nothing wrong there. Maybe I'll jump up to 10. Okay, so let's clear it away. 10 plus 3 is 13. Okay, 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 10 is minus 2. Now, how can you have a negative number of elements? Like something's either there or not there. Negative numbers is negatives are in a sense owing. So we can do that with cerebral, ideas like I owe you 10 euro. Okay, but with like the physicality of something existing, there's no like minus. Okay, same as there's no minus lent. Okay, or at least not that we know of. So 10 seems too big. So maybe I might try 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 9 minus 2 is 7. 8 minus 9 is minus 1. So again, 9 can't be it. So maybe I'll go with 8. Okay. 8 plus 3, let's clear this off. 8 plus 3 is 11. 8 minus 2 is 6. 8 minus x is 0. Now, if there's no elements in G, which is possible, okay, is that the answer? I was going to declare 8 there. And it's because G can't be 0. Okay, negative makes, it obviously can't be negative. But could it be 0? Okay, so no. Okay, and that's taken from the marking scheme. So we'll try x is equal to 7. Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 minus 2 is 5. 8 minus 7 is 1. So the greatest possible value of x is 7. Now, I'm sure students would have came down on 0, and to be honest, I might have myself in the middle of an exam. Okay, but that method there is trial and error, which is a perfectly acceptable methodology. Now, there very well could be other, maybe more intriguing ways of doing this question. Okay, but trial and error is perfectly acceptable. It just sometimes takes time. But with an easy enough calculation like this, um, you can just throw the numbers at it. Okay, and eventually you'll hit on the right target. So don't be afraid of trial and error. But obviously there are strategies that can be faster. But this question is not one of them. Okay, so this was a 5 marker. Even getting to 8, most likely we'll get the high partial. So that's the end of question 6. And as always, if you want a copy of these notes, just send me an email at shanetroy@gmail.com and like and subscribe to get access to more playlists. See you on question 7.